It was, it was a little bit of shock, obviously, yesterday, and you just go about your business thinking I was going to play the Red Sox last night and get a little tap on the shoulder, and emotional leaving a place that I really enjoyed and had a great 3 years with the Mariners, and but then when they told me I was coming to Arizona, that was a very nice, pleasant surprise, and I was very excited to get to San Francisco and get going, and I'm happy to help any way I can.
Scott McGuff was talking about how you guys have been friends for a while. Yeah. Are there other guys in here too that you've?
Yeah, so Kay Lou and I were with Seattle the last couple of years, so that was good to know. And then we just, I don't know if we're allowed to say, maybe have Tommy Pham, and I've known Tommy since we were kids in high school. So baseball players are baseball players. It won't take long for me to get to know everybody, and we'll go from there.
What excited you about the prospect of coming down here?
Yeah, I mean, when I was with the Mariners, we just faced the D-backs, and we realized it was going to be a tough series, and quite a few really good hitters that were quite the challenge that we had to face this last series. And so I'm glad they're on my team, and I don't have to face them anymore. So that's great. And it's just a young group that I feel a lot of similarities with what we had in Seattle. There's a lot of people in here that are really talented that have not gotten to that postseason, and once you get there, that's all you want to do. So I'm excited to go back with Arizona this time.
There was a bunch of talk about the Mariners possibly selling. Was that at all? Did that enter your mind at all when you were pitching at Chase Field during that one game during the series?
I mean, I can't lie and say that it didn't. Like it had been a long month of thinking, like, what are we gonna do? And there was a thought that maybe I would pitch and then walk over across the tunnel, and this worked out just fine going home, trying to figure everything out in Seattle and getting that cleared, and then but I'm glad to be here.
When you have a month like that of stressing, not knowing where you're going to be, is it a relief to get that answer and know where you're moving to?
Yeah, once we get moved to Phoenix, everything will be very nice. It's been eating me a lot. It's been tough on my wife trying to figure out what is going to happen, just the unknown. But yeah, we're so lucky that we're going to a place that we have already loved. We have friends and family down there, and that makes it a lot easier, and we know the area, and so we'll get settled, and then we'll be very excited to be here for as long as we're here.
Paul, what's your perception of this team and the season that they've had so far?
Yeah, I mean, they've been off to a great start. They had a little bit of a tough July, and that's why they're 6 months of the season instead of 1. And good news is they played fantastic for the first 3 months, and you can kind of sustain a bad month. And they got off to a great start. In my Diamondbacks tenure yesterday with a win, and we're going to get going in August.
Over the last 3 years in Seattle, obviously, you've really found something that's worked for you. Yeah. What's changed in your career over these past 3 years to find that success?
I mean, I changed everything that I do about how I throw. I went from trying to throw the ball down and away to throwing the ball at the top of the zone, or trying to mix in a change, or trying to throw sliders that have depth. And I just throw fastballs at the top and sweep sliders as much as I can. And I like to think of it's easy to catch. It's not as easy to hit. So it's not rocket science up there. Every team in the league knows what I'm going to do. But when I do it well, I'm very successful, and I've really found a niche, and I just go from there.
What is it about your fastball that you think allows it to play so well up in the zone?
Yeah, it's just the deception of it. If you look at the TrackMan numbers, they're not gonna wow anybody. But everyone thinks I'm throwing sinkers, and I'm or throwing sidearm, and I throw risers and catches people off guard, and that's one of my favorite things is just blow somebody away with a 90 or 91 mile an hour fastball, and they just look over the scoreboard like it doesn't make any sense, shake their head. So it's one of my favorite things. And until you get in the box, you don't really understand, and so I don't really understand. I just try to throw the ball at the top, and it seemed to work for me, so I haven't changed anything.